Beautiful people, it's me, Pamela, on my YouTube. Cho, no, what's the T? Siyahlazia.
No, Omnis is trying so hard to fight for accused number one, right? For what's going on there at CIMEX. And the answers are just not coming out. Basically now it is CIMEX in a way, you know. And Nango Kozana is here to try and explain what's going on. But at the same time, it will need to be ready tomorrow. Just that with accused number three, there's that criticism also going around. Will it be fine for him to continue tomorrow? Well, it's a lot for him. Two people, guys. It's a lot. I'm going to as a right. Like I said, in a way, they're ill-treating them, literally, all of them. Now, including accused number three. Accused number three, remember, he's still in solitary confinement. Kanjan, when he's not convicted. And he's not even, remember how I put it? I was just like, he's not even a hooligan like that. Who is not doing right things there at CIMEX. You're not convicted because, like I said, the gatekeeper is one person. Who brought us where we are. And he's the one who actually controls CIMEX, literally. Ubanbani deserves this, Ubanbani doesn't deserve that. Ubanbani, if they want their pension, they will find it in the pit. Really, guys? It's so unfortunate and wrong. Into Kantanzi and the bank account at Standard Bank wanting to reopen the account is just heartbreaking, guys. You know, he tried to Ramasipile and Yamaz Ramasipile when he's heartbroken. Vele Tamar and Ankonkorinzi, it's just sad, you know. At CIMEX, they must just let accused number one and accused number four to call their families in his guys. We can't be doing this. This is so crazy. Besides, it's inhumane. But it's like TV. It's CIMEX. The correctional services. For example, that works there. You're just like, oh, dad. It's your work. Basic things like water to drink and flush the toilets and wash. Like, what's going on? What's up with that? Like, we want to. You know how it is, most if you've got power. You see how CIMEX is doing things. They even lied about Danzi saying that he didn't want to say I want to say Absa. It's just like I've never said I don't want to say that. Did they contact me? Because you write in a certain booklet, you write and then they'll call the people in. Did they call Absa for me? Did Absa call me? No, they didn't. Funny, I had actually specified which I actually want to see Standard Bank. And then I was making up some stories. Or accused number one, no, said, he won't come to court. He's just coming for Uqinselani just because Uqinselani is talking about him. But he's testifying about him, basically giving evidence about him. Or accused number one, but he's not going to come any other day. Like, unless, no, he will never come, in fact, at all. I'm just like, guys, please come down. Nancy was just like, Brab, can I please break it down to you? Don't make up stories you know nothing about. And this thing of all of them at Koshimampuru trying to come there at Pretoria Court and explain themselves how Koshimampuru works and Ukoza is coming to do exactly what Ukamera was doing. Oh, Advocate Minister doesn't care. All he wants is to expose CIMEX for who they are. They're trying, to stand up for themselves. It's just like, no, it's not right what you guys are doing.
Capitec Bank, who said to Mr. Danzi, and some of these issues, my lord, they impinge on the current trial. Hence, I'm not sure whether I should raise them, but this is what transpired. The agent told Mr. Danzi in the presence of Mr. Matala that your account has been seized by Absa because since your arrest, there's been suspicious transactions on your account. So I cannot assist you. They only sent him a 2-page bank statement that Mr. Danzi was told to give to me, and he gave to me. And they also gave me a number, and I wrote it down here to say, phone this person on 021-809-4231 so that we can discuss the mess that is your account with Capitec. And when I found this, I've phoned this number numerous times, it does not go on. And the person that phoned Mr. Danzi, unfortunately, did not want to reveal his name. I also asked Mr. Matala at the center, who called Ntanzi, because you verified that this is Ntanzi, he's detained in your center. So who called Ntanzi from Capitec, who left this Capitec telephone numbers and gave us this bank statement? To date, we don't know the identity of that person, Manot. With regard to Standard Bank, Manot, back in 2023, a sheriff of court attended this court and asked me privately in front of Mr. Ntanzi that Standard Bank has asked to close Mr. Ntanzi's bank account simply because he's a suspect and an accused person in this matter. Whether or not he's guilty or not is not their issue. Then I said to the sheriff, we'll sign the document, but I don't know what the legal effect of. I know of so many sentenced prisoners, awaiting trial prisoners that they hold bank accounts with several banking institutions in South Africa. Why is Mr. Ntanzi simply singled out for closure of his account simply because of this case, man? We've never had any other response from Standard Bank in respect to my response there too. So we don't know whether that Standard Bank is still frozen. Hence he says, I want assistance to activate that. If it's closed, I want a response that it is closed. Then I can open another account. But simply to say he refused ABSA. He was saying I've got an account with ABSA and Standard Bank, and both I'm not sure what's happening. I don't want to use words that tomorrow I'm facing lawsuits from ABSA and Standard Bank. So that is the issue with respect to why he said I then approached Mr. Khoza or Mr. Maswangani for them to assist me to be taken to a bank, which is the bank where I hold an account, which is Standard Bank, to activate that account so that I can receive the money. That's the court process.
Okay.
So, if I may approach
Anything to add, Mr. Hamani?
My colleagues have canvassed, they've canvassed on this aspect, but my emphasis is on two issues. The issue of cold water. Yeah, my client is saying that the status quo hasn't changed ever since. Yeah, the issue of cold water and adequate access to or restricted access to telephone.
With dignity. That's what you said, not so.
Correct, my lord. That is guided by our Correctional Services Act, Section 10, which reads as follows: says everyone has inherent dignity and the right to have their dignity respected and protected.
Kuyiqiniswa-ke ukuthi ngikhulumile-ke ngesithunzi somuntu ukuthi-ke nangaphansi kwakhe-ke usection 10 kumthetho-ke we-Correctional Act ukuthi-ke uyasho ukuthi wonke umuntu kufanele ukuthi-ke aphathwe-ke ngendlela-ke ehlonipha isithunzi sakhe.
As well as section 12, 1D and E, which also stipulates that everyone has the right to freedom from torture and from cruel and inhuman and degrading treatment or punishment.
Uma uqhubeka-ke ngaphansi kwakhe u-12D kanye naye-ke u-12E uyasho ukuthi wonke umuntu unelungelo lokukhululeka nokuthi-ke akhululeke-ke ukuthini-ke aphathwe kabi-ke phecelezi-ke i-torture kanye futhi-ke nokuphathwa-ke ngendlela engasiyona noma-ke indlela-ke edicelela phansi-ke isithunzi somuntu.
Going further with that, we can also refer to section 35(2)E, which stipulates that every detained person has the right to conditions of detention that are consistent with human dignity, including adequate accommodation, nutrition, reading material, and medical treatment. In that saying, if I, as the area commissioner, together with my subordinates, we don't conform to that, we are contravening our own act. And as a result of that, we are very cautious in the execution of our duties. Thank you.
Mawuqhubeka-ke nangaphansi kwakhe-ke usection 35 u-2E uyasho-ke ukuthi wonke umuntu oyisiboshwa-ke unelungelo lokuthi-ke ahlale-ke noma-ke agcinwe-ke kwizimo-ke ey'hambisana-ke nokuhlonipha isithunzi somuntu, indawo-ke yokuhlala, lokho akudlayo akufundayo. Manje-ke uma ngabe mina-ke nalabo abasebenza ngaphansi kwami singakwenzi-ke lokho okusho ukuthi-ke siphikisana nawo-ke umthetho lona-ke ongaphansi engufundile.
Thank you, sir. Those are basically constitutional imperatives. Those are derivatives of what from the Constitution, not so. In other words, that legislation is coined on what the Constitution says, not so. Or those act or that act, that legislation is derived from the Constitution.
Correct, my lord.
Thank you. Right. Now, for instance, without having to waste this cost time, what rights accrue to those people who have been taken to the single cells. For instance, what rights which you think, or let me put it this way, what rights would be consonant with human dignity do those people that are staying in solitary, in the single cells have?
My Lord, like I had already indicated that there's various reasons for us to incarcerate inmates in single cells.
Yes.
Others, they are going to the single cells because they requested to be there for their safety, others for studies. And those that are taken to CMEX, they are taken because we as the department has taken a decision to place them there.
Bese ngishilo-ke ukuthi-ke kunezathu ngezathu noma izathu ezahlukeneke ukuthi-ke abantu bathathwe-ke umuntu afakeke kwisele la umuntu ahlala ngayedwa